Yeah. Whoopity-doo, and good morning, too. Kansas State and Oklahoma State just started. Kansas State got the ball first, went 3 and out, just punted to Oklahoma State. Fair catch on the 28. So Oklahoma State will have the ball first and 10. Yep, on their own 28 and 2. And also, how y'all doing? You want to watch some football tonight? Talk some football, whatever you want to do. Hang out, have a good time. Hope y'all are having a good Friday. Hope you're having a good Friday. Yep. Yep, you have to be. First and 10 for Oklahoma State. They're 2-2. Kansas State's 3-1. They just got that loss on the road at Mizzou. See what Oak State can do. 3 wide to the bottom. Shotgun snap. Back to throw on first down. Caught underneath. Picks up about 5. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? 2nd and 4 for Okie State. Another pass. Picks up the first down across the 40 to the 42. Who's here? Joe Martin, what's up, buddy? Octavian, Eddie Rose, Kentucky Man, Jason O, Eric Wallace, Benny, Christian Russell. Another nice play by Oklahoma State up close to midfield. It's going to be 2nd and about 2. Abe, Drew Benz, Nizzy B, Jay Shipes, R2, Phil Stevens, Jeremy Garrettson, Big Dog Eat, Seed Vision, Matt Dummett, Jason O. Uh-oh, big throw. Sailed it out of bounds on 2nd and 2. 3rd and 2 coming up now for Oak State. What's going on? What's the word? Anything exciting happened with y'all today? Nothing much for me. Hype and hate video. Had to take my car into the shop this morning. Get some work done on it. But don't worry, it's good to go. Great day of games tomorrow coming up. 3rd and 2 for Oak State on their own 49. It's their first possession. Kansas State went 3-and-out. Quarterback's going to keep it. Dives forward for the first down into Kansas State territory. Packer Man, what's up, buddy? I appreciate you helping to support the stream today. Thank you for that super chat. He says, what's your opinion on Tez Walker being made eligible? Does it change UNC's ceiling? I know he's a good receiver, but I don't really know how good. I mean, you're not better without him. You know, it's better to have players than not to have them. I don't know if it changes their ceiling. But they're a better team with him than they are without him. Especially as the year goes along, you know, injuries can happen, different things like that. You'd rather have somebody than not have somebody. What are we snacking on tonight? I ordered chicken wings. I just got done eating. I ordered some chicken wings for dinner today. 2nd and 3 now for Oak State on the K-State 40. Back to throw this time. Incomplete. Threw it at the receiver's foot. 3rd and 3 coming up now. Chicken wings? Yeah. There's this place in town. A-Town Wings is the name of it. I think it's a chain, so y'all might it might be everywhere for all I know. I don't know. I've only ever eaten at one here, but they might have them other places. It's called A-Town Wings. What's up, Zeus? Richard Yellowhawk. Chicken a la king. I don't know what that means. I had chicken wings, though. 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. Complete. And picks up the first down. Needed 3. Got 4. Down to about the 37 now of Kansas State. 10.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Floby says, I hope Vandy beats Florida. It would be hilarious, but I'll be shocked if Florida loses that game at home to Vandy. Vandy's pretty bad. Vandy's pretty bad. 1st and 10 now on the K-State 35-yard line. Shotgun, snap, back to throw, gets rid of it quick. Caught, out on the perimeter. Gets around the guy, picks up a first down, gain of 12. Down in the red zone now. You put $50 on Oak State, pays out $245. Good luck, sir. Good luck. Tallahassee has the A-Town wings. Yeah, they're good. I get the, they'll mix up the mild and lemon pepper. So it's like mild buffalo sauce mixed with a lemon pepper sauce. It's really good. Pass a little high that time on 1st and 10 on a slant. 2nd and 10 now coming up for Oak State. This is their first possession. Kansas State went 3 and out on their first possession. I was going to holler at you yesterday, but couldn't get through. This Saturday should be a barn burner. Lemon pepper, never been a highlight for me. Garlic parm, though. I like the garlic parmesan. I get those when I go to Wingstop. Pistol formation this time. 2nd and 10 from the 23. A handoff. Wow, nowhere to go. Lost a yard. 3rd and 11 now for Oklahoma State. This is the first 3rd and long they've had on this drive. See what they do here. Gonna have to throw it. Who wins the battle for the Big Ten West basement? I'm gonna stick with my original prediction. I'm gonna stick with Wisconsin until it becomes impossible. I picked Wisconsin to win the West in the offseason, and they're as good a pick as anybody else right now, so I'm going to stay with them. 3rd and 11, throws, complete, and picked up the first down. Wow. 3rd and 11, runs a 12-yard out. 1st and 10 inside the 15 now. Good throw and catch. Good throw and catch. 1st and 10 on the 13. Throw again. Caught inside the 5, down to the 2. 1st and goal from the 2. Oklahoma State's making it look easy. When you post the link. What link? What you talking about? Do you think Mike Gundy will remain at Oklahoma State next year, Lou? I don't know. He seems to me to have lost interest in coaching. Whether that's just at Oklahoma State or just in general, I don't know, but fade route into the corner. Incomplete. 2nd and goal coming up now from the 3. Anyone distracted by Lou's lines today? I don't know what that means. Michael, Tuesday and Thursday, there's a StreamYard that will be inserted in the page. Yeah, the call-in shows are on Tuesday and Thursday, if that's what you're asking about. Those are every Tuesday and Thursday at 9. 2nd and goal now for Oak State. I formation, QB under center. Old school football, handoff. Touchdown, Oak State. Drag the man into the end zone. Oklahoma State on the board first. First possession, they take the ball down the field and score, and they really made it look easy. 2-yard touchdown run to cap that off. Oklahoma State 6, Kansas State 0. Extra point coming up. Yeah, Danny, I'm good. How are you, buddy? Doing all right? Dumbo Fisher likes to pick his nose, says hello. That looks like a long night for KSU. Here comes the extra point. They're getting lined up now. Uncle Lou, longtime listener, Ole Miss fan, but will be betting Alabama too much money on Texas A&M for me. I will ride with the bookies on this one, says Gary Wyatt. That's usually a smart decision. Fade the public. Figure out where all the money's at and bet the other way. Tennessee fans know about that from last year's Georgia-Tennessee game. Everybody and their brother was betting on Tennessee in that one for no reason at all. Took a beating. Bookies laughed all the way to the bank. So did I. Bimbo Fisher is the most overrated coach. Yeah, I think he's overrated. I think Lane Kiffin's overrated. I think those are the two most overrated coaches in the SEC. What are you live streaming tomorrow? Oh, let me put it up on the screen. But yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. So tomorrow I will be live streaming 12 p.m. on YouTube for the noon games. 7 p.m. on Patreon. Let's put this on the screen. Let's see. Is that right? 7 p.m. on Patreon. Yes, that's right. Noon on YouTube. Yeah, I'll be, 9 a.m. the college football kickoff show. We do that every Saturday morning at 9. So I'll be on at 9 in the morning for a pregame show. We do that from around 9 to 11. And then the game streams tomorrow will be noon on YouTube and 7 o'clock on Patreon. What's your prediction in Tempe, Arizona? What is that? Colorado or Southern Cal? Which game you talking about? Is this rated PG or Biden asking for a friend? I don't understand the joke. I called in yesterday about North Carolina with their new weapon. Do you think it's going to help them beat teams like Miami or FSU, or is that a fluke? It's better to have a player than to not have a player, no matter who the player is. Did you used to play basketball? I've never played organized basketball. We'd play in the neighborhood, when I was a kid. But no, I've never played like in a on a team in an organized basketball league. No. Arizona State, Colorado. Yeah, I'll take Colorado in that one. Thoughts on the upcoming Mercer game? I don't have any. Do I even have a Mercer helmet? No. Yeah. No, I don't have any thoughts on the Mercer game. Thank you, Grodstone. What time's the A&M game? 3:30 Eastern. Alabama and Texas A&M, 3:30 Eastern tomorrow. Nebraska and Illinois comes on in a little bit, 8 o'clock. Riley Leonard expected to miss multiple weeks, but that doesn't mean he's out for the season. I hope he gets to play Carolina. I really hope he does give Carolina that loss. Tar Holes forever, says Jared. Duke's going to be in trouble without Riley Leonard. There are no guaranteed wins for Duke without Riley Leonard. Every game could be a problem. All right, let's see if Kansas State can do anything with their second possession. 3 and out last time. 1st and 10 on their 25. Play action pass. Throws. Complete. Across the 30. The 31. Picks up about 6 yards there. 2nd and 4 coming up now. They're going to hand it off this time. Has room to the outside. Looks like he got the first down, and he did. Needed to get to the 35, got to the 35. 1st and 10, Kansas State. Jaden Daniels has a big game tomorrow against Mizzou, and hopefully we win, says Floby. Yeah, that could be a good game there. That should be a good game. LSU on the road at Mizzou. First and 10 for Kansas State. On their own 35. Rolls out to his left, looks, throws deep down the middle. Intercepted. Wow. Terrible decision and a terrible throw. What are you doing? What are you doing? Wow, that was not smart at all. It wasn't a good decision, and on top of that, it wasn't even a good throw. Interception. Wow, that was bad. That was bad there. Gator MF, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Good to see you in here. He says, Sinat reminds me of Keith Byers' unique type. Unfortunately, I don't know who either of those people are that you mentioned. I don't know who Sinat is, and I don't know who Keith Byers is. And this Kansas team is supposed to be Mizzou's big win. Ha ha. Tired of hearing how good they are this year. Big Ten is the most boring conference. I disagree. Big Ten West is kind of boring. There's no good teams over there, but Big Ten East is fun to watch. Penn State, Ohio State, and Michigan all playing each other. Can Maryland beat any of them? I think the Big Ten East is pretty exciting. I don't believe South Carolina will pull out the dub against Florida. Shane Chili Dog Beamer is clueless. Yeah, but so is Billy Napier. So it's like a battle of the most cluelessest. You don't know Keith Byers, and you're a college football guy. Yeah, I don't know who Keith Byers is. Believe it or not, I don't know I don't know if it was player, announcer, coach, I don't know. But believe it or not, no. I don't know every single college football player, coach, announcer, water boy, equipment manager, coordinator, whatever. So, no. I don't know who the fuck Keith Byers is, which tells me he's probably a nobody. Battle of the short bus coaches, says Seed Vision. What do you think about Ryan? Puglisi, another QB that's coming to Georgia. I'm not really a recruiting guy. I mean, I base my opinions off what the recruiting services tell me. So I really don't have any idea other than that he's a highly rated 4-star QB from the Northeast that's coming to Georgia. Dion going to the desert this week, 100 degrees, says Larry. Lou, some UJ players referred to Ladd McConkey as Ladorius the other day. Is Ladd his real name, I wonder? It might be short for something. Ladd? Or maybe it's a nickname? I don't know. Byers was second in Heisman to Flutie, Pro Bowler 2. Yeah, that's amazing. That's unbelievable. First and 10 for Oklahoma State after that interception. They're already on the Kansas State. No, they're on their own 29. Pistol formation. They're up 7-0. 6:44 to go in the first quarter. Handoff this time. Finds some room up the middle. Spins 5-6 yards. Going to be second and about 4 now for Oak State. Lad's first name is Andrew, says Jason. Second and 4 for Oak State. Play action pass this time. Deep. Uh-oh. Underthrew it. Incomplete. Probably should have been caught, though. I feel like if he puts that one out front, though, that's 6 points. Ball's incomplete. Third down coming up for Oak State. Nemesis, thank you for the super chat. He says, I just want to congratulate the rest of the SEC in advance for their win over us, Mississippi State. Yeah, I think Mississippi State's probably the second worst team in the SEC this year. Are you a fan of Joel Klatt? I don't know if I'm a fan of Joel Klatt. I don't mind Joel. He doesn't bother me. But I don't watch the Joel Klatt show or whatever. I'm not in his fan club or whatever like that, but I don't have a problem with Joel Klatt. Our QB is literally sabotaging us every game, says Nemesis. Mississippi State. What do you think is the ceiling for Oregon State this year? 8 or 9 wins. About the same as last year. And then if they can win a bowl game, that would be one more win. It seems like Fox wants Joel Klatt to be like their Kirk Herbstreit. Kind of what it seems like to me. Like Joel Klatt's like straight-laced, right down the middle, bowl of vanilla ice cream. Doesn't do anything crazy. Doesn't say no outrageous takes, that kind of thing. It's like Fox wants him to be like their Kirk Herbstreit. What is the ceiling for Boston College this year? They've already hit their head. They don't have it. They're horrible. What if we get Oklahoma versus Southern Cal in New Year's Six? Boy, I'd take Oklahoma versus Southern Cal any way I can get it. Playoffs, New Year's Six, garbage bowl, doesn't matter to me. If Oklahoma and Southern Cal are playing, Uncle Lou is going to watch it. Period. You think Maryland should be rated? What do you mean? You mean ranked? Probably, but and then again, I didn't rank them either. But or did I? Hell, I don't even remember. But they're in the 20 to 30 range. What is the ceiling for Washington State? 7 or 8 wins. Lou, do you think that Texas is overranked now? No. I think they deserve to be ranked where they're at. Anywhere in the top 5 is good. It's good for Texas. I mean, they won at Bama, blown out everybody else they played, beat Kansas last week, 40-14. I mean, they may lose to Oklahoma, and then we'll go, well, I guess they were overrated or whatever, but they deserve to be ranked where they're at right now. Lou, who are your favorite college football commentators? I don't have any favorite or least favorite commentator. I don't listen to commentators. I have no sound on. I don't even listen to the commentators. No. That just means OU will be number 2 and Texas 4. Well, it depends, right? If Oklahoma wins a close one by 3 points, you're going to have to move Oklahoma up and only drop Texas a handful of spots, probably. I mean, I don't mute the games or turn them down because I don't like the commentators. I do it so YouTube doesn't pick up the audio and flag my stream. Like the volume is on, but it's on just loud enough to where if I really want to hear what they're talking about, like maybe a player gets injured or there's some type of review, it's on just loud enough to where if I like walk right up to it and hold my ear up to it, I can hear what they're saying. And then I leave closed caption turned on too. So I can read what they're saying. First and 10 for Kansas State. Nice run on first down. Picks up about 4 yards. Second and 6 coming up now for K-State. Oklahoma State still up 7-0 over Kansas State. Each team's had the ball twice. Kansas State had a turnover on their last possession, a terrible interception, just a bad decision to make the throw, and then the throw was a bad throw on top of that. 2nd and 6 now. Jet sweep. Trying to get to the outside. He's not going to get there. Gets hawked down from behind for a loss of a couple of yards. 3rd and about 8 coming up now for K-State. I don't understand the logic in doing a jet sweep to what is apparently the slowest player on your team. This guy looks like he was moving in slow motion. I don't know how much sense it makes to do jet sweeps to slow people. Because that didn't work. 3rd and 8 now. Howard in a shotgun. 4 wide receivers. Snap. Back to throw. Looks. Gets rid of it. Going deep. Overthrew the man. Down the sideline, but overthrown. 4th and 8. They're going to have to kick it away. Yeah, the Nebraska game hadn't started. I got in on over here. I got it on, but it ain't started yet. It's just the pregame crap. Plus, it'll be on the screen, too, once it... I mean, it's on there now, but... Punt's going to roll down to the 30, the 29, the 28. Be downed right there. Oklahoma State 1st and 10 on their own 28. They've got a 7-point lead with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Kansas State isn't the same without Deuce Vaughn. Yeah, I think any team in the country would have had a hard time replacing Deuce Vaughn. But teams like Kansas State in particular that don't recruit at a high level, they have a particularly hard time replacing elite talent like that. Barb. Kentucky is a big rival of Georgia. Yep. Add them to the list. Georgia's got 47 rivalries if you listen to the comments section. 1st and 10 for Oak State. Handoff right up the gut, gains a yard, maybe 2. 2nd and about 8 coming up for Oklahoma State. Do you wish game day was at UGA? Wouldn't matter to me. I'm not there, so it wouldn't make any difference to me. I'm here, so it doesn't matter to me where game day is. I don't even know where is game day. Texas OU? That's the biggest game of the day. I would assume they're there, or maybe Texas A&M and Bama. Uh-oh. He's not hurt, is he? Yeah, it's not really a late hit. I mean, he went low on him, but his last step was inbounds. I think that's a good no call there. Uncle Lou, do you go to many Georgia games? I used to go to a bunch of Georgia games before I started working every Saturday. Last year, I only went to one. I went to the Georgia Tech game last year. No, I work on Saturdays. 3rd and 4, they pick up the first down. A pass out in the flat. 1st and 10, Oak State. They're on the move again here. They're up close to midfield. 44, 43, 44-yard line. 1st and 10 for Oak State. Under 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter now. Nebraska, Illinois just getting underway. Illinois has the ball first. 1st and 10 on their own 25. And a penalty before the first play of the game is even ran. Uh-oh, huge. Oh, there he goes. 40, 30, 25, down to the 22. A running play right up the gut. And there was just nobody home defensively for Kansas State. Where did the linebackers go? Wow. Bad defense by Kansas State there leads to a huge gain on the ground for Oak State. 1st and 10 in the red zone on the 24. Pass complete. Double pass. Back to the quarterback. Caught. Has a wall of blockers, but they forgot to block. There's 5 blockers and 1 defender. None of the 5 blockers blocked the 1 defender. Look at this. Watch. Just block the 1 guy. Clown show. 2nd and 7. Where can we bet on these college games, Lou? Depends where you live. What state do you live in? Some states you can do it online. It's legal. Through like DraftKings, FanDuel, all that kind of stuff. If you live in a state where it's not legal, then you got to use an offshore website. Or drive to a casino with a sports book. Yeah, BetMGM, if you live in a state that allows it. Supposedly VPNs don't work like on DraftKings and FanDuel and all that. I don't know. I've never tried, but that's what I've heard, that you can't get around it with a VPN. 3rd and 7 for Oak State on their own 20. On the Kansas State 20. Quarterback running for his life. Has to get rid of it, incomplete. Kansas State's going to force a field goal attempt here. Oklahoma State up 7-0. Waiting on a field goal now. Do you think Talia is better than Kyle McCord? Yeah, right now, Pineapple Jr. Talia Tabagiaga Manavia is a better quarterback than Kyle McCord, yes, as of right now. Now, he's got 6 years of experience, and Kyle McCord's got 4 or 5 games of experience. That may change over time, but right now, Talia Tabaga is a better quarterback than Kyle McCord, yeah. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. They've got the same completion percentage. Pineapple Jr.'s got way more yards and over twice as many touchdowns. Can Fresno State make a New Year's 6 bowl game? If any group of 5 teams is going to make it this year, it's going to be Fresno State. They probably got to go undefeated or at the most 1 loss. We'll see. 4th and 11. Here comes the field goal now. It's going to be about a 43-yarder from the left hash. Snap, hold, kick. It's good if it's long enough, and it is. Oklahoma State extends their lead. 10-0 over Kansas State. More penalty. Every time I look at this Illinois-Nebraska game, it's a penalty flag. 2nd and 5 for Illinois on their own 30. Quarterback throws incomplete. Out in the flat. 3rd and 5 coming up for Illinois. No score in that game. This is the first possession of the game here. Illinois got the ball to start. Luke Altmaier at QB with a weird-looking pass there. Falls incomplete. How has Oogie played? Not bad, not great. Just kind of fluttering along. What's your favorite Georgia game that you've ever been to? The 2000 Georgia versus Tennessee game. Illinois picked up the first down on that 3rd and 5. Keeps the drive alive. Under 13 minutes to go in the first quarter now. Still no score. Oklahoma State getting ready to kick off after that field goal. They're up 10-0 over K-State. K-State's going to field this kick a couple of yards deep in the end zone and bring it out. 5, 10, 15. Hit hard at the 15. Spun around. Down at the 17. A flag comes in. I don't know if it's going to be what is this targeting? It was a hell of a hit. Did he hit him in the head or something? No, holding. Holding on the return team. Holding on Kansas State. Texas Meats says, how's it going? It's going great. Texas Meats, man. How are you doing? How's it going for you, though? The younger UJ fans are spoiled. Yeah, I put up with a lot of being a Georgia fan has caused me a lot of misery in the last 45 years. The last, the last I don't know 5 or 6 years has been great, but a lot of miserable years. I can't wait for your season is over video with whoever loses Bama and A&M game. Yeah, elimination game there. Elimination game there. Big 12 is terrible besides Texas and Oklahoma. Yeah, the Big 12 has been a disappointment this year. Texas Tech hasn't been what people thought they would be. Baylor's down again. TCU's taking a step back. Kansas State, I thought, might be the third best team, but now they don't look good anymore. West Virginia's 4-1. Like, that's a 3-win team under normal circumstances. I don't know what's going on. The days for the Vandy and Tech loses. Dark days, yeah. Is Petrino riding his bike with one of the cadets? I don't know. Who's winning the Big 12 next year? We're doing next year predictions? What? Do recruiting classes matter? What about the transfer portal? What about coaches getting fired? Any of that matter? We don't even know the complete schedules yet. I mean, we know who they're playing, but we don't know when. Like, so no. The idea that you could do some kind of a prediction for next year is ridiculous. I just wish Kirby would do NIL deals. That's the only thing he does everything good, but I know he doesn't want to dip into the NIL, which is something I wish he would do. Coaches can't do NIL deals. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Georgia does NIL. They're the Classic City Collective. Georgia does NIL. I'm not sure what you're. I don't really know what you're talking about. A coach can't be directly involved in NIL. Nope. I don't know what you're talking about, and it sounds like you might not know what you're talking about too. Hey Lou, UJ wins, but close, says Floby. I like Oklahoma State's old helmet better. I have the ugliest Oklahoma State in the history of helmets. It might be the ugliest helmet of all time. I don't know whose idea this even was, but it's an absolute disaster of a helmet. I mean, this thing is horrible. Some kind of broke down Yosemite Sam looking dude. That's a horrible helmet. Somebody that cares about Oklahoma State ought to send me a different one, because that one's terrible. Can I send you a different Gator helmet? Yeah, I've got just the regular Florida helmet. The orange says Gators. Oh, you know what? We got to flip some shit over. The Florida helmet's getting flipped over. And the Utah helmet. The Florida helmet and the Utah helmet are flipped over until further notice. Winter of Lame, thank you for the super chat. He says, after last week, USC isn't making playoffs. That was embarrassing regardless of them winning that game. Well, they've had that defense, or Lincoln Riley has had a defense that bad 3 separate times and made the playoffs. So I wouldn't write Southern Cal off from the playoffs just because they have a bad defense. They've done it 3 times. Not Southern Cal, but Lincoln Riley with this exact same team. 3rd and 1 for K-State. I formation. Handoff. First down, then some. Wow. Hole opened up late. Running back got through it. Picks up 9-10 yards that time. Florida should be ashamed of themselves for the amount of delusional confidence they gave Kentucky, says Billy Boy. Winged helmet? Yeah, I mean, there ain't but one Michigan helmet, really. They've probably worn other helmets like a handful of times for maybe certain things or whatever, but you know, 999 times out of 100, Michigan's just wearing the regular helmet. Where do I mail it? I'll send it Monday if you'll trade it out. Uh-oh. Quarterback run, Will Howard, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. That was kind of a funny looking touchdown run there, but Kansas State scored on a 71-yard rushing touchdown by quarterback Will Howard. And he's not the fastest guy in the world, but... And boy, he started running out of steam at the end, too. Look at him. Touchdown, Kansas State. I think the address is in the description of the video. Let me see. Yeah, the address is in the description of the video. If you click on the description of the video, you'll see the address to the P.O. box in there. Where do you get those helmets? Most of them came from Amazon. Well, the ones that I bought. I only bought about... I have about 125 or so, I think. I only bought about half of them. The other half were sent to me by people. But most of the ones I've bought have come from Amazon. Helmet incoming, Lou says. Nate. Thank you, Nate. Thank you, Austin. Do you have any big helmets, Lou? No, I can't afford to collect those. Those are expensive. These are anywhere between $20 and $30 a piece usually. You know, the full-size helmets are $100 and more. I can't afford to collect those. Plus, they take up a lot more. I'd have to have a way bigger wall. I'd have to have a way bigger wall if I had full-size helmets. But you know where I got this idea from is from the College Football Hall of Fame. If you've ever been to the College Football Hall of Fame in Atlanta, right when you walk in, they've got a floor-to-ceiling, 100-foot wide wall. It's just nothing but helmets. And now they're full-size. They're full-size helmets. But that's kind of what gave me the idea to start collecting the helmets. But I had to do the mini helmets. The big ones are just too expensive. Sam says, do the math. That's at least $400. Yeah, well, a lot more than that. $25 a helmet times... It was 120 or so. Or you're talking about the ones that I bought? I probably bought about 60 of them. So whatever 60 times 25 is, it's more than $400 though. Have you thought of doing meet and greets other than the Slob Olympics? Well, not anything like called a meet and greet, no. But whenever I go anywhere, I always tell people. And if anybody wants to come and meet and greet me, they're more than welcome to. But, like, so whatever it is, if I'm going to the mountains, if it's Slob Olympics, if it's going to the casino, if I'm going wherever, I always tell everybody, and I've got people all the time that'll email me and say, hey, I live near whatever and heard you're going to be there, blah, blah, blah. I mean, people come up to me all the time in different places. I don't mind at all. Second and goal for K-State. They said the quarterback was down a little short. Howard rolls out, throws to the back of the end zone, caught for a touchdown. So they reviewed that long touchdown run and said that Will Howard was down inside the 1 yard line, but Kansas State went ahead and scored anyway there. So it's going to be 10-6. The extra point will make it 10-7. Still no score, Nebraska and Illinois. Illinois got down near the goal line but couldn't score though. What a shame that was. Secondary has been a lot better. Absolutely locked down the chili dogs, says Brandon Stites. Billy Boy says, Mark Richt, LOL, that's exactly something he would do. Yeah, now, I mean, I don't I don't go very many places during the football season because I work 7 days a week from about the middle of August till the middle of January. I don't take a day off. Um, well, I guess that's not totally true, but mostly I don't take a day off. Now, I will be in New Orleans in November. If anybody lives around there, I'll be in New Orleans. So, Thanksgiving weekend is the last weekend of the regular season. And then the next weekend is conference championship games. So, Sunday of Thanksgiving weekend, I'm going to New Orleans and coming back Thursday. So, I'll be there from Sunday to Thursday. The Sunday after Thanksgiving until the Thursday before conference championship Saturday. I'll be in New Orleans. So, if anybody lives around there, hit me up. I'm staying at the Caesars in New Orleans. Who would ever want to go to New Orleans? Literally millions and millions of people a year. Yeah, literally millions and millions of people a year. I'm a few hours from New Orleans. I may have to come. Yeah, come on. I'll be there. Well, I'm getting there. I'm flying there on Sunday and flying back on Thursday. So I'll be in New Orleans all day, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I'm getting there sometime on Sunday and leaving sometime on Thursday, but I'll be there all day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I went to New Orleans for the FSU LSU game. Great time, says Seminole Seth. Tomorrow can't come fast enough. Hook 'em. Should be a great game. Yeah, that Texas OU game is going to be a good one. Recently saw Lou at Whole Foods. Didn't want to bother him. You didn't see me at Whole Foods recently. That's just a lie. That's a lie. You didn't see me at Whole Foods recently. I'm going to have to buy one helmet at a time. That's what I had to do. There might have been a couple of times where I bought a couple at a time, but I started off. I was just with the SEC helmets. So I bought a Georgia helmet, and I think I bought the helmet. I don't even remember. I might have bought the Georgia helmet and a couple of other helmets, and then somebody sent me a Florida helmet. Somebody sent me an Alabama helmet, whatever. And I would start putting them in the background, and then more people would send me helmets. I ended up buying about half, and the other half probably got sent to me. I saw Lou once at the back of Popeyes feeding a stray dog. Yeah, that's most likely not true. I don't think I've ever been to Popeyes, actually. Where's General Valtard? He's at the bottom of the Tennessee River looking for them goalposts. So just for Georgia, would you get one of a regular size helmets for UGA? I would. I guess. I don't. I don't really have any interest in collecting full size helmets. They would take up too much room, really. I would never buy myself one. It was either Lou or Oni Kuno. Well, those two people don't look anything alike, or live in the same place. Third and Nate says, I saw Lou at his house last year. That's true. Nate did come down here and spend a week with me last year during football season. That is true. Hey, Lou, you going to do a crossover with Shelton for Florida versus UGA? I told him I'd come on anytime he wants me to, as long as I'm not. The last time he asked me to come on, it was a couple of weeks ago, and it was on a Saturday morning, and I can't come on a Saturday morning. I'm doing my own thing on a Saturday morning, but I told him I'd come on anytime as long as I wasn't working. I like those guys over there. Shelton, and I always forget the other one's name, but I like those guys over there. Those are good guys. Jason Ray says, I saw Lou on Tybee Island. Now, that might be true. I've actually been to Tybee Island a bunch of times, dozens of times. I love Tybee Island. Bernie's is where you can find me at Tybee Island. You can find me at Bernie's right down by the pier. I love that place. Hey, Lou, who do you think will be Michigan State's next head coach? I honestly don't have any idea. I've honestly got no clue. Go on with soft and balls. I went on with soft and balls. And I'll never do it again. Still 10-7 now. Oklahoma State with the ball after Kansas State finally got on the board. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Gets rid of it. Out of bounds. Nobody open. Had to just throw it away. 2nd and 10 coming up now for Oak State. Still no score in Nebraska and Illinois. Brian Gentry says, I saw Unc in Knoxville with a shirt that said Tennessee was #1 for 1 week in November. You might have saw somebody wearing that shirt, but it wasn't me. I've never been to Knoxville. But you might have seen somebody wearing that shirt there, though. A lot of those shirts got bought. 2nd and 10 now for Oak State. Play action pass, complete. Just short of the 1st down. Needed 10, picked up 9. It's going to be 3rd and 1 now coming up for Oak State. The Soften Balls really time people for 24 hours. I don't know. I haven't been there since last year. I went on, I think it was before the Georgia-Tennessee game. And before we went live, I asked him, I said, what do you want to do here? I didn't know much about him at the time. I didn't know what kind of channel he had or anything. He just asked me to come on, so I told him I would. And so before we went live, we were in the back room on StreamYard or whatever he uses. And I do this every time somebody asks me to come on. What do you want me to do? You want me to come on and do the whole Uncle Lou thing, or you just want to talk football, or what? This is your channel, so I don't want to come in here. You tell me what you want to do. And he said he just wanted to talk football. So I went on. We had a football discussion. It was great. I had a good time. He did too. And then Tennessee lost the game. He was live streaming after the game. I went over there, typed Go Dogs 1998, and got blocked. And so did 200 or 300 other Georgia fans or anybody that typed Go Dogs or 1998. And so I said, well, I'm never coming back to this channel again. And I haven't been back to that channel since then. So I don't know anything about it. Lou, have you been to NC? North Carolina? Yeah. Been to Charlotte a bunch of times. I think Charlotte's the only place I've ever... Well, Cherokee. Cherokee, North Carolina, and Charlotte, North Carolina are the only 2 places in North Carolina I've ever stayed. Now, I've driven through North Carolina several times, and I've been in and out of the Charlotte airport several times. But as far as, staying in North Carolina, I've stayed in Charlotte a bunch of times, and I've stayed in Cherokee a bunch of times. Are you from North Carolina? Yeah, I like Charlotte. The downtown area, which I know they call it Uptown for some reason. I don't know if they're just trying to be different, or I don't know what's up with that. But the part of Charlotte that normal people would call downtown, Charlotte people call it Uptown. That's one of the nicest downtowns in a big city that I've ever been to. Have you ever been to a Georgia versus Bama game in Atlanta? No, I have not. Austin Rogers says, Talking Vols blocked me this year after I posted Go Gators, good game. Yeah, they want to attract everybody to their channel to talk about the game, but then if Tennessee loses, they want to block everybody from the other fan base. I don't have time for that soft shit there. That's just ridiculous. There's no sense in that. What's your biggest win in a casino, Lou? Well, I don't bet for big money, but I've won $4,000 or $5,000 in a day before. No more than that. That'd probably be the most I ever won in a day. Would be like $4,000 or $5,000. I don't play slot machines either, so that rules out the possibility of me ever winning like a $12,000, $15,000, $20,000 jackpot or whatever, because I don't waste my time or money on slot machines. I don't go near them. About the only thing I play is blackjack. I play blackjack 90% of the time. The other 10%, I'll split it up between. I play roulette every once in a while, a couple of the other circus games, but mostly just blackjack. Cherokee is nice. Yeah, huge too. It's the closest casino for me. That's why I go there so much. They don't treat you great there as far as like the comps and the points and the rewards and all that you earn there aren't the best, but it's the closest casino to me. And I can, I stay for free anytime I want to go and all that, so that's enough for me. Good morning, Nat, here in Dallas, getting ready for tomorrow. Yeah, Texas OU in Dallas at the State Fair tomorrow. That's going to be a good one. Which casino you staying in when you go to Vegas? The Flamingo. The Flamingo. I've never been to Vegas before. I have I go to Cherokee all the time. That's a Caesar's property in Cherokee. So I can stay for free at any Caesar's property in Vegas. Pete's been to Vegas a bunch of times, and he recommended that we should stay in the Flamingo. So since he's been and I haven't, I took his word for it, and we're all staying at the Flamingo. Roulette is the game you're statistically less likely to win. Yeah, the odds are terrible on roulette. Absolutely horrible. Especially if you're betting the numbers in the middle. If you're just betting red or black, it's not too bad. But, yeah, the odds on the roulette table are terrible. But the odds on almost everything in the casino are terrible. Blackjack is not bad, and Baccarat, or Baccarat, depending on how you pronounce it. Baccarat or Baccarat. Those are the, Baccarat and Blackjack are the two games with the lowest house edge. The win in Vegas is amazing. Yeah, it looks really nice. I've of course seen pictures and videos. I've never been out there though. We're going in January. 2nd and 5 for Oak State. They're still up 10-7. Ball around mid. Oh, wide open receiver on a slant. Makes two guys miss. 10, 5. Out of bounds around the 1 or 2 yard line. Wow. You know those quick slants that everybody runs, right? He caught it and then put on the brakes. Look at this. Whoop. And two Kansas State players ran into each other. That was some stooge shit there. And then out of bounds around, I don't know, the 2 or 3 yard line or something. But that was a hell of a play by that wide receiver there. Juked those two guys and they ran right into each other. 1st and goal coming up for Oak State at the 2 yard line now. Fixing to add to this lead, 10-7. They're up now. Looking to get more. Just under 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. I wore my LouTube shirt to work and stopped at a gas station. Someone said, dang, I watch him too. Oh, that's awesome, big dog. That's funny. We need round 2 of Utah Man and Octavian soon. God, that was funny, wasn't it? That was funny. Carolina Jackpot, what's up, buddy? Good to see you in here. Yeah, when he hit him with that line about Morse code, I almost fell out of my chair. That shit was hilarious. That shit was hilarious. He said, Octavian, stop stuttering. It sounds like you're talking in Morse code. I almost fell out of the damn chair. I told him straight up, I'm going to have to steal that line. I said, I'm just going to, that's too good. I'm going to have to steal that line. When somebody starts stuttering and tripping over their words, tell them it sounds like they're talking in Morse code. Yeah, that line got me. That Morse code, I mean, the whole thing was good, but when he hit him with that Morse code line, I really almost fell out of the chair. That was funny. That was funny. What team would you like to see Bowers get drafted to the most? It doesn't matter to me. I don't have a favorite team or anything in the NFL. I really don't even watch the NFL that much anymore, so it doesn't matter to me. I feel like I need a snack or something. XFL and USFL merged. Well, that's good. We have one failed league instead of two. There's no demand or appetite in this country for subpar professional football. There's just not. Anyone saying that Georgia will blow out UK is a moron, says Prince. First and goal, Oak State. They hand it off, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Second and goal. Is Savannah getting a WNBA team? If a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it, does it make a noise? I don't know. I have no idea. Second and goal. Another handoff, similar result. Actually, worse. Lost a couple of yards that time. Going to be third and goal now from about the 4. Drew says, I'm looking forward to lose WNBA channel. Son, if you had the Hubble telescope, you couldn't see far enough to see my WNBA channel. Damn, another handoff and it didn't gain nothing again. That's bad. Oak State had first and goal from the 2. They never gained a single yard. In fact, they lost 2 yards. Now it's fourth and goal from the 4. I guess made another field goal. Block! Kick block! Boy, that's about the worst 4 plays you can possibly see from a team there, Oklahoma State. First and goal from the 2. No gain on first down. 1 yard loss on second down. 1 yard loss on third down. Blocked field goal on 4th and 4. Or 4th and goal from the 4. That's poverty level offense here. Poverty level here. Absolute poverty. Nebraska's up 3-0 over Illinois, looks like. Nebraska just turned the ball over. That's 2 bad teams over there. Any TV commercials you really hate, Lou? Nothing stands out. I don't too much watch commercials. Do you? Nebraska will cover, not the same Illinois defense from last year, and Nebraska finally benched Sims. He was poverty. Yeah. About 3 weeks too late, though, but yeah, they did finally put a new quarterback out there. Last week, I think. I'm going to see that new Saw movie on Monday. Kids are out of school here Monday and Tuesday. I think Monday is a holiday, But the kids are out of school Monday and Tuesday. They want to see that new Saw movie, so I'm taking them to see that new Saw movie on Monday. Who's the best defender on the UJ defense? Hi, Malachi Starks. Malachi Starks, Michael Williams. Kamari Lassiter. Javon Bullard. Yeah, there was some kind of rumor about Mildew spraining his ankle or something at practice. I don't know. What holiday is Monday? I think it's like Columbus Day or something. I don't know. It's one of those obscure ones that nobody cares about. They just pretend to online. It's one of those. What games you streaming on YouTube versus Patreon tomorrow? The schedule's on the bottom of the screen, but the noon games on YouTube and the 7 p.m. games, the primetime games on Patreon. So, noon on YouTube, primetime on Patreon. So, Kansas State gets the ball back after blocking a field goal, still only down 3. 5:55 to go until halftime. Gain of about 3 yards on first down. 2nd and 7 coming up. Let me get something else to drink. All right, sorry about that. Had to get a refill. Flag down. I missed what it was. Oh, targeting. Late hit and targeting. Yeah. Looked like helmet to helmet to me. What stands out about Kentucky? The fact that they can't throw the ball again for the 100th year in a row. Lou, are you drinking Tang? No. No, not drinking Tang. Not drinking Tang. Nothing wrong with Tang, though. Tang is good. They waved off the targeting. Good morning, Go Noles. Who would you take for Miami at FSU at this point? If I had to pick that game right now, I'd take Florida State. But I don't have to pick that game right now. I get to see each of those teams play more games first. Night games are awesome, but the long wait. Marie, you got plenty of games on Saturday to help get you through the day. Texas and Oklahoma at noon. That's all you got to do. Texas and Oklahoma at noon. Texas A&M and Bama at 3:30. By the time that game ends, the Georgia game will be on. The day will go by super quick. There you go. I just solved your problem. Can UJ stop Ray Davis? And wouldn't it be a bitch if Leary learned to pass in that game? I don't know what your definition of stop is. I mean, he's going to have more than 0 yards. But he may not go over 100. Oh yeah, no problem, Marie. Yeah, the Texas OU game will be good. Alabama and A&M at 3:30. Now, I mean, there's a bunch of other good games on too, but if you're just trying to kill time to get to the prime time games, you watch those 2 games, and by the time those, hell, the Georgia game comes on at 7, so you don't even have to wait on the end of the. It'll be on before the Texas A&M Bama game even ends. Texas Oklahoma will be at night in SEC. Lou says Paxton. We will see. It's up to ESPN. It's going to be up to ESPN. The networks choose the game times. There's a lot of good games on at noon, but I'll be at work, sadly, says Jakey Wakey. Well, I'll be live streaming at noon while all those games are on. So just tune in to Uncle Lou, and I'll go ahead and keep you updated in that for all the noon games tomorrow. The Cotton Bowl doesn't have lights. It's lit by lanterns, says Artie Lang. Thank God we're getting out of CBS. The only good thing about it is the music, says Voltard representative. I don't care what channel a game comes on. Makes no difference to me at all. Well, they're looking to call targeting on every play here. You plan on watching the Braves tomorrow during the Georgia game? I know you're not talking to me. You must be talking to somebody in the comments section. I know you're not. I know you didn't ask me that. I know you didn't ask me that. Man, this stream looks so good coming from 640 by 360. What are you watching it on? It's either 720 or 1080. Let me see. Maybe update your phone more than once every 10 years would help. Let's see. Yeah. It's 1080, so maybe update your phone more than once every decade if you're stuck watching in 640 by potato or whatever it was you typed. But yeah, this stream's in 1080 though. Uh-oh, big play for Oklahoma State down inside the 15. Tackled around the 12 or 13 yard line. Oklahoma State's going to have first down in the red zone. Gundy looks defeated. Gundy hadn't looked like he's wanted to be there in almost a year. Around halfway through last season, it just looked like Gundy gave up. It just looked like he gave up. Lou, you need to get ready to give Brian Kelly a pity cookie after he loses to something called Mizzou, says Ben Miller. Yeah, I think that's going to be a good game. I think that's going to be a good game. Grayson, thank you for the super chat there on the Mike Gundy. Yeah, I don't know what happened with Mike Gundy, but around the halfway point of last season, he just seemed to lose all interest. The Big Ten schedules for next year are amazing. Great matchup, says R2. Mike Gundy is aging like milk. Dang. Is that bad? Is it that bad? Wildcat formation for Oklahoma State. Another penalty. Back-to-back penalties for Oklahoma State. They had that big play down to like the 12 or 13 yard line. And now back-to-back false starts. Back-to-back penalties. It'll be 1st and 20 now. From the 22. Sorry, Lou, you were wrong, sir. The Big Ten West is the worst division in all of college football. Yeah, the Big Ten West is garbage. Big Ten West is garbage. 1st and 20 from the 23. Quarterback wants to run, dives for a yard. That was a pretty poor effort right there. That was a pretty poor effort. I don't know what started it, but it always has. I don't know what that's about. BYU has a deep-seated dislike for Missouri. They're the ones that killed Joe Smith, the BYU prophet. 2nd and 19. Throws complete. No, incomplete. Receiver bobbled it and couldn't hang on. Kansas State defender slow to get up. Still 3-0 Nebraska up on Illinois. Kansas State player's down on the field. He's the one that made the tackle. It was kind of a head-first tackle made down low. The legs, I don't know if it's a stinger or what he's got going on here. He's slow to get up. They got him sitting up now. His helmet's off. They're talking to him. Big Brother says, Minnesota's only beaten us 4 times since 1968, and I was at one of those games. We got the bus, we getting the jug, and in a couple of weeks we getting Paul back to where he belongs, says Benny. Which was worse, the prequels or the sequels? For what? For what? Star Wars? Oklahoma State's going to have to kick another field goal. Kansas, that's 3 times Oklahoma State's been down in the red zone and had to kick a field goal. I mean, they got that 1 touchdown early on, but since then, I don't even know if Oklahoma State has punted. They drive right down the field, but keep kicking field goals. One of them was blocked. Brock Tony, what's up, buddy? Good to see you in here. Appreciate you helping to support the stream tonight with the super chat. He says, hey, Lou, looking forward to the games tomorrow, especially OU Texas, the best rivalry in college football. Hopefully OU can pull off the upset boomer sooner. I think it's going to be a good game. I feel like a lot of people haven't watched Oklahoma play this year, but they're pretty good. I know they haven't played the best competition, but they've looked really good against who they have played. Who watches Stranger Things still? Well, I've seen them all. I'm waiting on the next season. It's a good show, though. Brent Venables about to blitz around and find out what those Texas wide receivers. Field goal was good. Oklahoma State kicking off now, fielded on the 12-yard line. So Kansas State's been absolutely dominated in the first half. Oklahoma State is just up and down the field. But it's only a 6-point game because Oklahoma State keeps kicking these field goals. So Oklahoma State 13, Kansas State 7. And Kansas State's got the ball on their own 12 with 55 seconds to go until halftime. First and 10. On their own 25. Back to throw. Going deep. Just over the head of the intended receiver. Incomplete. Second and 10 now with 50 seconds to go. Is there a real chance the SEC doesn't make the playoffs? Well, nobody's getting in with 2 losses, so. No, it's the same chance as any conference. Second and 10, pass complete for no gain. Steps out of bounds for literally no gain. Third and 10, 44 seconds to go now. Lou, how many players from Oklahoma start on this Texas team? Oh, I don't know. I'd have to go through the rosters man by man. I don't know. But Texas is one of the most talented teams in the country. Have been for years. Talent hadn't been their problem. The scoreboard's been their problem. Pick 6. Wow. This guy for Kansas State has thrown 2 of the worst passes you will see this season. Both of them were picked off. What is he seeing over there to make that throw? Quarterback threw an out route. Receiver ran an out and up. Comedy of errors for Kansas State in the first half. Who do you think Georgia can win it all this season? National champions. I think they can. They're going to have to play better. They got a chance. They got a chance. They still got the best odds right now to win it. I mean, there's 12 or 15 teams that probably have a chance right now. Who's Georgia's toughest game left? Well, Kentucky's ranked. Ole Miss is ranked. Tennessee. I have a feeling Mizzou's going to drop off a little, but Mizzou's still undefeated right now. Some people still have Ohio State winning it all. Ohio State's got a chance to win it all. They got a chance. Probably 12 teams, I would say, have a pretty good chance. HP says dogs will cover tomorrow, no problem. Well, that'd be the first time this year they covered if that happens. There are still 8 teams that can win it all. Maybe a little more. Bama is UMass now? I think you might be getting a little carried away there. We need a college football 64 team tournament. Why 64? Why not 128? Why not 500? 64 team playoff is ridiculous. They keep putting the camera on raging Illinois fans. There's Illinois fans? They're only down by 3. 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. They get to the corner. Pushed out of bounds after about a 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5 coming up for Illinois. 11:48 to go in the second quarter. That one, Nebraska 3, Illinois 0. Incomplete pass by K-State that time, which is better than the alternative, which would be yet another Will Howard interception. Isn't it 64 in basketball and baseball? I'm not sure about baseball. Basketball, I think, yeah, 60. Might even be more than 64. But you're not using that to say that we should have a 64-team football playoff. Or you play 2 or 3 basketball games in a week. Can't do that in football. It takes 3 months to have a 64-team football tournament. That's called a regular season. "17 seconds to go now. 3rd and 5. Kansas State on their own 41. Will Howard back to throw. Looking. He's going to be sacked. Boy, he's horrible. He is terrible. Who is this guy? This Kansas State quarterback is just a fucking failure. This is probably the worst quarterback play I've seen this season, except for Jeff Sims at Nebraska. This Will Howard, for whatever his name is, from Kansas State. Something Howard. This guy's terrible. This guy's terrible. Tennessee lost to Florida. Yeah, that's sad, ain't it? That's embarrassing. Because Florida's bad. Real bad. Jeremy Ingram, thank you for the super chat, buddy. He says, love your videos, Lou, and I've always wanted to know, is there an order to your mini helmets or is it random? I've changed them up a few times. Right now, the bottom shelf is my top 10. So the 1 through 5 on the bottom over here, 6 through 10 on the bottom over there. The rest of them are in alphabetical order. So it starts with Alabama, Arizona, Arizona State, Arkansas, Auburn, Baylor, all the way to Washington State, Wake Forest, West Virginia, Wisconsin. And then these are the group of 5 here in alphabetical order up the rest of the way. That's the order they're in now. All right, halftime, Oklahoma State 20, Kansas State 7. Well, these are 2 dried up, boring ass games, ain't they? Kentucky beat Florida without a quarterback. Yeah. Yeah, that's sad too, ain't it? Shows you how bad Tennessee is, I guess. Yeah, these games are terrible. I don't even think I'm going to stay on and stream the second half. Plus, I'm streaming all day tomorrow, so I think I'm just going to get out of here. But I will be back on at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning for the college kickoff show right here on this channel from 9 to 11, so tune in for that. I'm live streaming all the noon games tomorrow right here on YouTube, so come hang out. Texas OU and the rest of the noon games will be right here on the channel to talk about them. And the Patreon stream tomorrow night will be the primetime game starting at 7. So I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your Friday night, and I'll see you all tomorrow.